They poisoned our movements with lies before they ever pointed guns at us. Psychological warfare has always been the state's favorite tool, cheap and effective, designed to shatter trust and grind solidarity into dust. COINTELPRO in the 60s and 70s infiltrated Black Panthers, AIM, the Young Lords, Students for Democratic Society. The FBI forged letters, planted rumors, pitted leaders against each other, and drove wedges until the movements bled out. Fred Hampton was 21 when Chicago police murdered him in 1969 after an informant fed the FBI a map of his apartment. That was Psy-ops with bullets as the punctuation. False media narratives kept the public obedient. Civil rights leaders were smeared as communists, radicals branded as violent thugs, activists labeled terrorists long before the Patriot Act. Surveillance culture made paranoia the default. Wiretaps, bugs, anonymous phone calls, forged letters telling leaders their comrades were plotting against them. Pressure meant to drive them to exhaustion, suicide, or betrayal. Martin Luther King Jr. received an anonymous letter urging him to kill himself, penned by Hoover's FBI. That's not a conspiracy theory. That is literal documented fact. The playbook didn't end in the 70s. It sharpened. By the 80s, Reagan's movement ran disinformation campaigns to justify crushing liberation movements abroad while starving those at home. During Occupy Wall Street in 2011, DHS coordinated nationwide raids, blending federal and local police into one machine. Internal memos bragged about monitoring social media, planting informants, spinning media narratives to paint protesters as dirty, violent, anti-American. Ferguson in 2014 saw a similar crackdown. Protesters were tracked with stingray devices, drones hovered over neighborhoods, and paid agitators pushed violence to justify military response. In 2020, Black Lives Matter organizers were stalked, infiltrated, and branded terrorists while white militias roamed freely armed to the teeth. FBI reports since then admit they target black activists under the Black Identity Extremist label, a made-up category used to justify surveillance. Even today, PSYOPs stretch into digital warfare. Social media platforms collaborate with government requests, burying dissent in algorithms, throttling reach, and shadow banning voices that cut too close to the bone. Leaked documents show that the Pentagon spending millions on influence campaigns online, pushing pro-war propaganda while labeling anti-imperialists as foreign agents. From 2017 to this year, at least 150 Pentagon-backed fake accounts were exposed running disinformation campaigns in multiple languages. Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, none of them are neutral. The battleground is psychological, digital, and constant. Numbers don't lie. Over 50% of FBI domestic terrorism investigations this year target anarchists, communists, and racial justice groups, not the far-right militias that kill more Americans every year than any left group has ever done. DHS budgets for countering terrorism jumped past $300 million in 2023, with most resources aimed at so-called radical left threats. The system does not fear right-wing violence because it serves capital. The system fears solidarity. It fears movements that organize beyond parties, that cut across race and class, that refuse to play obedient. PSYOPs aren't a side tactic. They're the main weapon. Guns come later. Lies come first. And every generation of dissenters learns the same lesson. The state will gaslight you, infiltrate you, frame you, and then erase you if you let it.